What's up, guys? Your boy Scion, and I'm back with another episode of Should I Play? And what we're taking a look at today is Star Trek Online. Now, I'm highly suggesting that you guys actually give Star Trek Online a shot because it's actually a really good game. And on top of being a really good game, it has a really good story and a lot of things you can actually do in game. Of course, you have the ships, and everybody has a ship that they can actually go onto, but you can actually run around the ship and look at your crew. You can look at everything in the ship, which is pretty cool. Like you see, like that's my engineer right there, and you have your doctor, and this is my other engineer. I can go to the lower deck and see like my other crew, and things are just, like it's really, really realistic. It makes you feel like you're actually in the show. Basically what you're looking at right here is your duty roster and your crew, and you actually have up to 100 crew, and they're like minor characters. You can send them more missions and do things passively and actually get a lot of stuff that you can actually turn around and sell on the market, which is pretty good. So you definitely probably want to pay attention to this. You can consider it like a trade skill. It makes a lot of money for you, trust me. I've been doing it. I've always maxed out my credits with just by doing this stuff and just pretty much selling all the research and development things I find makes you a lot of money. Now here you have the dungeon system. You should also pay attention to this because this also lets you get marks, which you can use the marks in your reputation system. And the reputation system you can consider like endgame. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. You want to grind it out. There's no limit to what you can do in it. And the missions usually start relatively fast. If they don't start fast, then pick a different one. Pick one that is relatively easier to get into. So pretty much you see me here taking on the Borg. This is one of the fastest ones to do for the marks for this particular reputation. Always do the conduit, and it usually takes between 5 to 10 minutes if you have a pretty good team. If you have a bad team, it might take a little bit longer, unfortunately. But even if you have a bad team, it's really hard to fail it or just get to the point where you can't do anything. So I usually always pick this that way, just in case you do get some people who just have bad ships or just don't know what they're doing. You can kind of like plug your way through it, so to speak. So definitely think about that when it comes to doing this particular reputation, which this is the Omega reputation right here. So just think about that. You do the conduit. So pretty much you have ground away missions too, and this is kind of like the weakness of the game. It could be better, and in fact, it should be better to be honest with you. But it's not that bad at the same time. It kind of grows on you. It's the same system that Champions Online uses, and I know there's a lot of people who like Champions Online. Me personally, nah, I don't like it. But this game in particular, with it, like the way it kind of works better with Star Trek, with the way like you see how I have my whole crew, like I got a shield set up, I got the mines down, my engineers are putting up other bots to throw stuff, we throwing grenades. So it's definitely fun to actually use ground combat in this game. It's not a lot that you actually have to do with on ground combat, though, to be honest with you. You don't have to do it a lot. There's certain missions that is all ground combat, and there's a ground combat adventure zone where that's pretty much all you do. It's kind of like a MOBA. It's like a more, I guess, living MOBA. That's what I would call it. And you see the engineer just got owned because he stayed right there too long with them with full auto and everything else. You see, I got a full auto Borg gun, which I never seen the Borg have a full auto gun, so I don't know where the hell they got this from or where they got this idea from, but it kicks ass. Like I could just rake stuff, just all types of DPS. So you basically see me picked him up, and I'm a tactical commander, well I'm an admiral now. That's what my captain is, and I have two engineers, one doctor, and yeah, two engineers and one doctor and another tactical, which you see is pure fate. Made her after my wife again. That's my number one. So pretty good. So you also have Earth Space Dock, which is cool looking, and it's kind of like your home base. so to speak, where you can go do things. You see Tuvok there. It's a little bit of a spoiler. You're gonna see him later on in this video. I'm gonna try to make this a fun video because the main thing about this game is story. It's kind of like Secret World. The story carries the game, and that's definitely the case in Star Trek Online. The story of Star Trek Online carries it about as far as you can think it's going to carry it. Like, they did a pretty good job. They have good voice acting. They have the actual actors from the TV shows in it, and it's just awesome. Like, I really appreciate them doing that because I'm a Star Trek fan. You know, I'm a Next Generation fan, Voyager, Deep Space Nine. I like them redoing like the first Enterprise type of stuff. I was like, but whatever. So pretty much you see right here, this is the quest thing. Which you, if you look at the little tricorder thing on the bottom left right there, you can pull that up and you'll get this. You can do your mission episodes, which you see right here. I still have the Dyson Sphere to go to, and you can do made content where people, you know, put a lot of effort into making different content and actually remade episodes of the shows and did it pretty well actually. So I actually, you know, I like to get out there and try a few of them and, you know, have some fun. And it's really actually interesting. It's real interesting when you see the ideas people came up with, and just the idea. Like, and there's a lot of shows that people put, other shows that people put into this game, like Andromeda and Star Wars episodes and stuff like that. And it's really funny to actually see it in this game. So definitely give it a try. So from here, I'm pretty much going to show you guys storyline, and I'm just going to be quiet from here. You guys can enjoy it. I enjoy this game for what it is. It's definitely a story-driven game, and if you like space combat, no, if you're a Star Trek fan and you like the Star Trek combat, things like that, then you'll love this. This is awesome. Especially when you get a good ship. In the beginning, not so much. When you have a good ship, like I call mine the Enterprise Omega, stuff begins to get good. I'll start to do real good damage, and you start to feel like basically you're running an Enterprise, and that's what I feel like when I'm using my ship. Right next to me, right there, is the Enterprise in this game, right there to the left. So you can see my ship, and you see how that's actually the new Enterprise, the latest one. I'll let him talk.
Agreed. Enterprise will clear the area around the lunar colonies.
Tuvok is the man.
Fine. Jirok and I will clear the far side of the planet.
Enterprise will set course for Luna.
So definitely get into this. It's free to play, and the pay to win is easily overcomable. It's basically, are you going to pay $25 to get a ship at endgame, or are you going to spend 2 weeks to get one? I'm spending 2 weeks, and I'm a third of the way there without paying anything. So yeah, definitely give this a shot if you're into Star Trek, or if you're into something new, like you're into space combat. Look at the space combat right here. This is fun. Like, I enjoy this right here. And then like I said, my ship is starting to get to the point where it's really good. So yeah, that's about it. You guys check it out and be legendary, and it's going to be like 15 more minutes of nice combat and storyline. I'll catch you later.
The shape-shifting nature of species 8472 makes them a dangerous foe. We will have to proceed with caution to avoid being caught unaware again. The way is blocked. There may be an alternate route on the upper deck. Admiral Quinn and Commander Egan are below. The Admiral appears to require medical treatment.
Egg? Where are you going?
One moment, Admiral.
Intriguing.
The amount of resistance Starfleet has offered is unexpected. That being said,
The weak will perish. And you are weak.
Egan was an Undine? That would explain what happened to our defense grid. He would have known they were coming, and had ample opportunity to sabotage us. Damn, I didn't see that coming. Egan... It's hard to believe. He attacked me mentally, led everyone into a trap. I couldn't stop him. We have much to consider. There may be... Tuvok! What's going on? Tuvok! Can you hear me? Tuvok!
Tuvok! Hello, Tuvok. Egan was too weak. He spent too much time among humans. He served his purpose, and you will be far too late.
Too late for what?
Your quadrant will fall. The weak will perish. This dimension will be cleansed, purified of infestation. Your efforts are meaningless. I know your thoughts, Tuvok.
Indeed, Doctor. But I have taken advantage of this connection to look into your mind as well.
What?
I understand now what your plans are. You will not succeed.
You can't stop us. Tuvok! Tuvok!
Admiral Tuvok! Admiral!
Diversion. This was all a diversion.
What do you mean?
Kronos. Their real target is Kronos.
We have arrived in the Kronos system. At this time, the ruins of Praxis are concealing our arrival from the Undine. The Klingon homeworld defense fleet has engaged the bulk of the Undine forces, but they appear to be taking heavy casualties.
Just 2 Federation ships? 2? Where is the Enterprise? Where's the rest of your fleet? I knew better than to trust Starfleet. You run when you should fight.
The Romulans have promised additional aid, as has Starfleet Command. The Enterprise is contacting all available ships and...
Words are meaningless. Deeds show the true art of a warrior. Join me if you are not as cowardly as the rest of the Federation. Today is a good day to die.
The Romulan Republic has made commitments to its allies. We are here to honor them.
My apologies for being late.
Just one more ship?
Not exactly. We brought a few friends.
What is that thing?
The Undine have brought a large craft through a quantum singularity.
They're powering up weapons.
The Undine have a new planet killer.
Target that ship and fire all weapons.
No effect. They're too strong.
Voyager has one nanite torpedo remaining from her time in the Delta Quadrant. Such devices proved effective against the Undine in the past. Tactical. Fire when ready.
They took some damage, but the planet killer can still fire. I can get the Aquarius into firing position above her and exploit the opening in her shields, but someone will need to keep the Undine distracted. Weapons are offline. This is is our only chance. Setting the Aquarius on a collision course.
Acknowledged. Do we have Sean's coordinates?
Getting locked now, sir. He did it, sir! The planet killer has been destroyed.
Tuvok to Allied fleet. Stand down. The Undine are retreating.
Captain Sean.
Transporter room. Did you get him?
We have...
Captain Shan to Admiral Tuvok. Permission to come aboard?
Klingon High Council wishes to discuss the most recent developments. We have been invited to transport directly to the High Council chambers.
There are many here who have seen the danger Species 8472 presents with their own eyes for the first time. Thank you for your assistance in protecting both Earth and Kronos from the Undine. Now we must have the courage to compromise for the greater good. In its way, that can be more difficult than waging war. The formality...
That was a close one. But I'm fortunate Voyager transported me off the ship at the last second. It would have been a worthy sacrifice. Kronos is too important to lose.
A true peace may not be on the table yet, but I hope we can at least broker a lasting armistice. But first, we celebrate today. Earth and Kronos are safe.
My people have respected the Federation ever since our first encounter with your famed Captain Kirk. I have advised Chancellor Jimpok that the Gorns support the idea of a ceasefire. Perhaps this will lead to greater freedom for all of us.
Earth and Kronos are safe, and the Romulan Republic is pleased to assist its allies. I just wish my father could see all of us working together toward a common goal. This is the future he dreamed of.
The 5 races of the Zindi once tried to exterminate humanity. But through the efforts of a few people who were willing to change, we put aside our weapons and worked through our differences. Now, we are members of the Federation. Peace came with great difficulty, but that is the way of most things worth having. The Undine are here. They're spreading lies and dividing us from within. Now, more than ever, we need to set aside our animosities and work together for the greater good.
I admit, I did not expect the Federation to act with such honor. I do not know what the final decision of the High Council will be, but rest assured that the Undine will pay. We will hunt down every last Kameku and destroy them for what they have done here today.
Our people come from a culture of deception and division. We've rejected our past in favor of open alliances. Perhaps it's time for the Federation and the Empire to set aside their past as well. We would welcome a ceasefire between our allies.
I served in Starfleet, and now I serve the Empire.
There are many on both sides of the current conflict for whom I have deep respect. I see this as an opportunity. We may find we have more in common than we realize.
You have shown your true nature today. Worf was correct. There is honor in the Federation. The conflict between us has gone on long enough. Now we should turn our blades toward the real enemy. I remember you from the Gateway activation. You fought well today. May our meetings on the battlefield always be as glorious.
You fought well for someone from Starfleet. Many fine warriors have earned their places in Stovacor today. They died with honor, fighting one of our most formidable enemies. The Undine brought the battle to our very threshold. The fine warriors standing before me pushed them back. Let us honor our sacrifices and our accomplishments by ending...
So you are the humans of the Milky Way. You have come further than we expected. But still you chase our shadows.
We are not here to impress you, demon! We stand united, and there is no one who can...
We give you a single warning to not attract our attention again.
That was the reason we need to work together. It's time for our feud to end.
Agreed. From this day forward, all hostilities between the Empire and the Federation will cease.
The Iconians use servitor races and other species to do their fighting for them. Species 8472 has been an unknowing cat's paw of the Iconians for some time. This time, however, the Undine were defeated, and it was our combined strength that allowed us to prevail. Thousands of years ago, the Iconians were defeated by an alliance of races. I predict their ultimate aim has been to prevent such an alliance from happening again. There have been periods in our combined history when the Federation and the Empire have not been at war, but they have not been allies either. This may be the beginning of such a time. It will be up to us to determine what happens next. With time, we may even restore the alliance that came out of the Khitomer Accords. Voyager will return to the Delta Quadrant. There is much to do there, and the Jenolan Sphere will need to be protected from further Undine assaults. I am sure I will see you again. You have been a worthy ally, and your wisdom and courage will be called upon in the days ahead. Until then, live long and prosper.
Thanks for watching me, Scion Storm. I do anything and everything MMOs. If you like what you saw here, please like and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and get at me on any social media that you feel. I am on there. Holla at me. Be legendary, and I will see you next time.